God was manifest in the flesh. 1 Timothy 3:16. This is another proven corruption of Scripture, clearly intended to make the verse appear to support a Trinity by misrepresenting the one who came in the flesh, Jesus, to be God Himself. Words changed by copyists. In 8th century Byzantium, Trinitarian scribes simply changed the Greek word for who into the Greek word for God. The words who and God in Greek are very similar. All that separates them is a dashed line through the first letter. Quote, scribes occasionally altered the words of their sacred texts for theological reasons. The Orthodox Corruption of Scripture, Bart D. Ehrman. Quote, scribes modified the holy text to suit their own beliefs or beliefs of their church. Many alterations to the text were made for doctrinal reasons. Entire passages were added, words modified to suit the purpose of the later church, and all of this occurred whilst still being attributed to the original writers of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. reviewofreligions.org. Quote, ancient scribes frequently changed the text intentionally. The majority of the intentional changes to the text were done by scribes who either thought that the text they were copying had errors in it, or by scribes who were clarifying the meaning, especially for liturgical reasons. Sometimes they were right, sometimes they were wrong. There could be theological issues involved. Daniel B. Wallace, Executive Director for the Center of the Study of New Testament Manuscripts. 1 Timothy 3:16. A manifest corruption. Quote, the reading is a manifest corruption. A scribe changed he who to God. This can be done in Greek by placing a line through the middle of the first letter of the Greek word for who, thus creating the abbreviation for God. In the original text, the subject of the verse is simply who, which most translators render as he, and which most commentators identify as Christ, not God. The 8 translation New Testament appendix, P.W. Comfort. Quote, the probability is that the original reading was ho, meaning which. Some scribe added a letter, making it read he who. Later, another put a mark in the first letter of this Greek word, making the word spell the contraction for God. This mark is said to be in a different ink. The Revised Version of the Bible, margin note, and this difference in ink was later confirmed through electron microscopy. Quote, the word he is supported by the earliest and best unicals. No unical earlier than the 8th or 9th century supports theos, God. All ancient versions presuppose ho. The reading theos arose either A, accidentally, or B, deliberately, to provide greater dogmatic precision. A textual commentary on the Greek New Testament, Bruce Metzger, page 641. Quote, as attractive theologically as the reading God may be, it is spurious. Greek Grammar Beyond the Basics, pages 341 and 342, 1996, by New Testament Greek scholar Daniel B. Wallace. Quote, he who is the correct text, not God. Word Pictures in the New Testament, Volume 4, page 577, New Testament Greek scholar A.T. Robertson. Translations rendering it he, who, or which. Quote, he, or who, or which, was manifest in the flesh. Zondervan's Greek-English Interlinear Bible, the Bible Hub Interlinear, etc., render it who was revealed in the flesh. And the NAB footnote states, quote, who. Many later manuscripts read God, possibly for theological reasons. Consider also Isaac Newton's A Historical Account of two notable corruptions of Scripture, which deals with 1 John 5:7, these three in heaven are one, and 1 Timothy 3:16, God was manifest in the flesh. Conclusion. Yet again, Trinitarianism has adulterated a New Testament text, making it appear to say exactly the opposite of what it does say in order to prove that Jesus is God.